Hello, Radiant Wise Women and a few wise men. This is Lee, and I wanted to share something that I experienced this weekend. I was invited by some dear friends to join them in a circle of 18 other people to learn from two elders visiting from Peru. The elders are of the Queros people, descendants of the Inca people who survived genocide by the Spanish by escaping to the high Andes mountains. And this older man and his grown son live in a small village at 15,000 feet elevation. And until they got a road to their village last year, they would walk for 10 hours to get to the nearest town. They are so kind and open-hearted, Santos and Don Augustine, and they shared wisdom teachings with us that have been passed down through thousands of years. So they spoke of the practice of Ayni, A-Y-N-I, Ayni, the balance of the physical and spiritual in everyday life. So their people raise alpaca, and they spin the alpaca wool into thread by hand. They dip it in these vibrant plant dyes, and they weave by hand stories of the puma, the condor, the sun and moon and mountains into beautiful shawls and cloths. Ayni also speaks to reciprocity, a balance of giving with generosity and receiving with gratitude. So their communities have always come together to help each other. They build each other's houses, they plant corn together, they share food, and they work to recover after natural disasters like landslides, which are common. So in their worldview, they're always seeding the energy of Ayni, balance, and weaving the energy of Ayni. Their ancient Incan prophecies also include stories of the condor, the wisdom teachings from the south of the equator, connecting with the eagle, the scientific knowledge from north of the equator. And the Queros elders told us that they have recently been shown that the time has come for the completion of that circle. The condor and the eagle are connecting now to weave the energies and bring wisdom from the south to our lands in the north, and to bring our knowledge from the north to the lands of the south. It's happening. All of this is happening to reawaken the ancient teachings and help us remember to be grateful. And they emphasized also how important it is to start with our birthplace and our ancestors. So each of us went around the circle and spoke where we were born, and then recalled our ancestors. What is our ancestral heritage? And for me, being born in Birmingham, Alabama, I was able to honor the indigenous people, the Muskogee, Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, and other tribes who lived here, thrived here. And I also honored my Scottish and English ancestors, along with my mother's grandfather, who was a full-blooded Cherokee man living in Black Mountain, North Carolina. So really recalling the mountains, we were connecting Machu Picchu and Huamanlipa Mountain in the Andes to Chiaja in Alabama, which is our highest point, Black Mountain, Mount Shasta. We were just connecting a lot of the mountain ranges and blessing them. So the image they offered us is weaving the remembrance of these lands and ancestors together into one trunk so we can all grow strong like a tall oak tree. And they also reminded us that smiling and laughing are of number one importance. That's a direct quote. And they certainly embodied happiness and gratitude, even when you would hand them a glass of water. the smile and just the warmth that came from them, always a smile and a slight bow. So we came together to be with these elders because we wanted to learn from them, but we also wanted to find each other. So looking around the circle, I saw women and men from their 30s to their 70s, and 4 babies, all close to 1 year old. And in the indigenous Quechua language, they call babies wawas for obvious reasons. So I saw mothers breastfeeding their babies. I saw fathers who were happy to tend to the needs of their partners and children, who also cradled and carried their babies with such tenderness. Just a beautiful representation of the balance of divine feminine and divine masculine. And the thought that those children are growing up in this kind of environment with this kind of connection and balance in their lives brings a lot of hope to me. So we were 20 points of light, nurturing our souls and holding prayers for ourselves, for our families, our communities, and the wider world, far beyond our backyard circle. And so to close, I want to share 3 things I'm holding in my heart from this experience. First, it feels way better to be together than to be alone, and to know that we're connected and we will show up for each other if we ever need help. Second, to remember that even in the darkest times, it's possible to feel joy. And finally, that the ancient Incan prophecy is happening right here, right now. By living in a circle, even an imagined circle, facing one another, watering the seeds of hope, and weaving our visions together, we're helping create a world that supports all of life.